So with that, why are we calling it 1.0 now? And actually, this is something we've basically asked ourselves every month for years now. Is this the 1.0 release? Is this the 1.0? When are we going to cut 1.0? Because 4 years is a very long time to do that. And really what it came down to, for the most part, was it never had all of the things we wanted in the platform. There was always more we wanted to add. So the first thing is we now view Netmaker as largely feature complete. And that doesn't mean we're not going to keep adding things to it. We definitely are, and you're going to learn more about that in the roadmap. But we believe Netmaker now has parity with a lot of the other major virtual networking platforms out there. So we feel comfortable with the amount of features in it to call it 1.0. The next is moving over to a zero trust framework. So previously we would have called Netmaker just a VPN, and there's a lot of VPNs out there, but we wanted to get it more into that zero trust space and implement those principles that would allow us to call it zero trust. And then the last is just general platform stability. We've invested a lot into QA, making sure that upgrades go seamlessly, making sure we minimize the number of bugs in the platform, and we're now very comfortable where it is in terms of platform stability. So that really is what came into our decision to call it 1.0. So since this is talking about 1.0, I just want to highlight the changes here that are in this version. So again, there's that IDP sync, so allowing you to sync your users and groups directly from your IDP into the platform. There is modifying system-wide settings directly from the UI, which is a super awesome enhancement where previously it was an environment file you had to run actually on the server side with the command line. Audit logs were really, really great enhancement, seeing who logs into and out of the platform, who's made any changes to the platform. And then the last is MFA. So while we already had MFA, if you integrated OAuth, now we have MFA even with basic auth. So even if you're creating your own users, you can have MFA on it, and that brings us more in line with zero trust.